Hispasonic.
Yeah, welcome to the booth of World of Music at the Superbooth 2021. So we are proud to present our new product. It's a wavetable synthesizer, analog wavetable synthesizer. It's called M, which has a big tradition to the former microwave, which I think a lot of you guys will know. So what's important, it has analog filters, it has an analog VCA amplifiers, so we have 8 voices, 8 analog voices with a lot of knobs and buttons and switches, so you have great access to all these functions. So we have 2 oscillators, and it's possible to change the wavetables for each oscillator, so I can use a different wavetable for oscillator 1, a different wavetable for oscillator 2, and of course I can go through the different waves from each wavetable. They are going to the mixer section, so we have oscillator 1 and 2, and in addition a noise, which you can see in the mix section. So here we have our 4 inputs, oscillator 1 and 2 and noise and the ring modulation. So the ring modulation wasn't available in the classic microwave, and it was also not possible to have 2 different wavetables for each sound. So what's new is 2 different waveforms. We have a ring modulation available and a sync function. It was for our decision, it was or is very important that we are as close as possible compatible to all this microwave 1 sounds outside. So all the microwave sounds can be loaded inside. All the 1,000 sounds over the last 30 years can be loaded, can be transferred over MIDI dump. What's also important, we have all classical waveforms, 64 waveforms from the microwave 1 inside. So if we take a look at the wavetables, for example, here are the waves. So if you go through the wavetables, then you find all 64 from microwave, plus additional 32 from PPG 2.3 and some tables from Q and some special tables created by the developer. And what's also important, you have 32 user wavetables available. So in total you have 128 wavetables, 96 are fixed and 32 are for your own creations. We have 2 LFOs, which can be routed to the different destinations. I read some features in Facebook tonight, and it is a little bit misunderstood that someone said it has no modulation matrix, but it's definitely wrong. What it doesn't have is a site where you find all your modulations as an overview, like in maybe Iridium or other modern synthesizers, but of course you can modulate, but it works a little bit different. You have to go to the destinations. For example, I'm in the VCF, I want to modulate it, and then of course you find here your modulation source 1, which can be LFO1 or different MIDI controllers, free available MIDI controllers, or the different envelopes, and you have the modulation source 2. So it works in a different way. So if you go to the VCA, and here's the same, so you have your 2 modulation sources. So of course that's very important to mention. You can modulate it like in the microwave 1 and some capabilities more, but not with this overview like a modulation. So I have to say it clear. We have 8 analog voices and a 4-part multi-mode. That means here I can switch to a multi-mode, and I can set up a layer, or I can use different aux outputs. So in addition to the main out, we have 4 different aux outputs where you can send it to separate destinations on your mixer, you can add some effects, because it's important to mention that there are no effects inside, no reverbs, delays, chorus, flanger, something like this. That means the sounds we will hear later, every sounds are really pure, coming out from the amp, dry, without additional effects. We already sing about voice expansion from another 8 voices, so you can sing in the beginning of next year, you can expand it to a 16 voice analog sounding wavetable system, so 16 voice M would be available. I don't know exactly the price, maybe between 400 and 500 euros, and available maybe the first half of the next year. So one thing to mention, we have a very massive wavetable envelope, also dedicated to the classical microwave. So for the wave envelope you have 8 levels and 8 times, which are 2 lines here. This is to set up the scanning through the wavetables. Then you have a free envelope, which you can set up here to use it wherever you want. And you have the VCF and the VCA envelope. What's important to mention, you can also set the wave envelope to maybe something different. If it makes sense, I don't know. But in the modulation source, you can also choose the filter envelope, the wave envelope, the free envelope. So it's not fixed for the wavetables. You can use it wherever you want. So you have a lot of possibilities. One thing is interesting, which is different to the microwave. Some people ask about, you can set up a sync function, which wasn't possible. And of course, you can also use the ring modulation, which is also new. But for that, you have to set the M in the M mode. So if the M mode is not fixed, it's as close as possible, and the developer spent a lot of time, maybe 2.5 or 3 years, and he had to start from zero because we hadn't some source codes from former times. He did a lot of research and comparisons, and I think, and I hope for the people outside, he did a great job, and that the M sounds really good.